little, uh, little, little moon bags everywhere. It's just
Yeah,
what
well,
life.
because that is that's one of my problems in general. Being a degen, swapping like crazy, is that well, when you don't know a project and you don't really know what's going on, you may not allocate enough to your just absolutely insane bet that you're making. And sometimes I don't put enough on the bag that does the 100x. You know what I mean? Because I just wasn't sure if it was gonna rug me. Do you know what I'm saying, Gooding?
Yeah, man. I think they call that risk management.
Ah, yeah, that's right. That's
You
right.
know, it's you don't want to be left with, you know, a shack coin that's worth zero on Uniswap, and then being able to just wave to your friends. You know, they sort of ascend to, crypto heaven while you're sitting there in crypto hell. Um,
Mm,
that's one way of describing it.
yeah, because that's unfortunately the fact of life. Still, as the crypto space evolves, people are still getting rugged, and people are still creating rugs, and I'm pretty sure they will continue to do that until I don't know. You shut down Dexus. Oh wait, you can't. So I think we will continue to live with rugs for a little bit of time.
Rugs are here to stay, ladies and
Rugs
gentlemen.
are here to
Rugs are here to
stay, guys. I
stay.
mean, yeah. Think what you want of him, but that's why we sort of must continue the war on rugs. Not continue talking to the guy, but actually, we have to fight the war on rugs. Is what I'm saying. So, yeah, in the Telegram. If you aren't in the Telegram, that's weird that you're watching this YouTube channel without being in the Telegram, because that's where it's really going down. Honestly, it's not. It's not. I'm just speaking the truth here, and we will let you know if we find some rugs. We will protect you from any rugs that we find out about. Isn't that right, Gooding?
That's absolutely right. That's a very interesting point there. Listening to us live, on the stream, you're essentially ahead of everyone else, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's only one way to be ahead of even our live stream, and that's to be in our social platforms on Telegram, in Discord,
Mm.
and it's this information that we're sharing, in live, in real time, before we, you know, package it all up and you know present this little gift to all our community on our live stream, for YouTube, on YouTube. So, um,
No, that's what's
you're
up.
welcome.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But for now, let's just get into some of the mainstreamy kind of news. I think it's always good to like take the top level view, see what's going on for the normies out there, possibly even the no coiners, and then we dive like deeper and deeper into the trenches of. I mean, do you guys, I feel like some of you might not even know what's going on deep down there with the 1,000 APY yield farming and just the rugs, the monstrosities. But let's look at this Coin 360 map real quick. Sort of like a mixed day, it seems like. I mean, Bitcoin really was ripping yesterday. We got 7% on that. ETH has getting a little slower at 4%, but it has broken through that 2K mark, which again, Ethereum has been having a lot of issues and sort of political troubles, but it does seem to keep trucking forward. That is very exciting. What I'm always pumped about, because I am Polkadot. I am a Polkadot kind of person, and Polkadot was ripping like crazy yesterday, 22%, almost to $40. If you didn't get in early, I'm sorry, man. Like you should have seen this coming. But I think it definitely has a lot more room to go. And other cool things are happening. ADA is moving. BNB is moving, but not like it has been in the last couple days. And that's sort of another thing I wanted to talk about. That are we seeing the top on BSC and all of those coins? Because I don't know, guys. It dropped like 10%. Some of these projects, and sometimes that means the fun time is over. But if we just go over to the Bitcoin dominance chart, it's still the shape that I love to look at for Bitcoin dominance, where it is cratering to the floor like a ghetto project that people are fleeing from because the devs were selling. But it's a Bitcoin dominance chart, so it's exactly what we want to be looking at. If we just zoom in on this last day, it does seem to fluctuate just like most markets here in crypto land, but it is on this steady downtrend, and I do not see that changing anytime soon, but we're looking at like 61.3 at the exact moment right now. Now everybody's super pumped about Bitcoin passing $1 trillion, right? If we go over to coin market cap, it has so many commas. I get lost at this point, but we are seeing that $1 trillion market cap, and it doesn't seem to be dropping back below that. And just for like a political reason, because I'm not saying crypto space is filled with price manipulation and insider nonsense, but there's a chance that that could be going on at times. And just for sort of optics, political reasons, they've been pushing so much awesome news about Bitcoin passing $1 trillion that I don't know if they're going to let it just drop back down again real quick, at least in the short term. So that's my non-financial advice-based opinion. I don't know. What do you think, Gooding? Bitcoin is zero? It's a scam?
Look, if my name was Peter, I'd probably echo those words, but it's not, unfortunately. I think
Peter Schiff slam.
I think we're sort of past that point of doubt. I don't see this, just being suddenly rejected. The only way that the value of Bitcoin can dump would be some sort of compromise on the security of the network. The fundamentals would have to shift very negatively for everyone just to give up. Unfortunately, Bitcoin still has that influence, and it would take down all the cryptocurrencies with it. However, the use case is still there. They would bounce back, but there'd be a lot of tears shed. There's no doubt about that. But mate, you covered it pretty well there. We've had some very strong price action on the large cap front. One of the good things about BNB sort of mooning, all of a sudden it's just well ahead, sitting at that $50 billion market cap. And everyone who's like, well, why should that be worth 50 billion? It's just a copy and paste of the Ethereum network in a lot of respects. And that, the smart money is probably sitting there going, well, shouldn't Cardano or DOT be worth a little more? Also, the technical analysis was at the right position it needed to be, so they were overdue for a bit of a pump. But as for Binance, BNB sort of being at a high, you could definitely argue that it shot up way too quickly, and it's not sustainable. When I say it's sustainable, people will look at that and take profit. I took profit. Crazy not to, right? Because you don't know whether that price is going to last. You're not going to always pick the top. Geez, it'd be good if you can just pick the top. You just have this little crypto god in your ear, and he's like, mate, we're at the top. And then you're like, oh, and then you start selling at just that perfect moment. Although it does happen, but it's very euphoric within the Binance Smart Chain space, and I dare say there's going to be a lot more to come.
Most definitely. I have no doubt. And it's to be expected, a tiny little correction. Just looking at one, I mean, BNB is one of them, but as far as I can tell, the big ones would be obviously the basis token, BNB, and a lot of people talking about Cake, and a lot of people talking about Bunny. And Cake is just down just a tiny bit, 2% or so. But I would say that would be to be expected after seeing a 2,100% increase in the last day. And it really is sort of degen mode being re-enabled, because I think it's a degen's dream actually to be able to swap this quickly and for this little money. I mean, a lot of these swaps, even it doesn't really seem to matter what your amount you're swapping. You're paying about 12 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents to make these swaps. So I would expect a little breathing room, but this is sort of a playground that's been created that isn't going to instantly be shut off, or people aren't going to flee. And I just see sort of in the background, a lot of people are just developing on Binance Smart Chain for now, going forward. I did want to, if I can, did I lose it? Yeah, because there was all this drama that Binance paused Ethereum withdrawals and left the community perplexed. I honestly don't think it was that perplexing. I mean, Uh, That's what I think a lot of people don't realize if they're just using major exchanges, how crazy the gas fees have gotten, and that basically all major exchanges are subsidizing these gas fees and not making you pay $100 a swap, um, because that would drive everybody away from the platform. Which, if the major exchanges are aware of this, how could Ethereum not have seen this coming? I still don't quite understand, because their crown is evaporating in front of them. The degens are leaving. Maybe that was part of the calculus. It's really hard to say. But Binance did briefly pause withdrawals for Ethereum, and sort of the whole platform went down for quite some time, I think, which was troubling to say the least. And there was just sort of some weird drama yesterday around this like sort of switchover, because obviously if the entire degen market is flowing out of Ethereum and onto Binance Smart Chain, that's going to cause some network congestions. But the funny thing was that CZ was trying to blame, which I mean is probably true. Who knows what's true in the world at all? But CZ was trying to blame Amazon, and apparently there was a major issue with Amazon's scalability yesterday. But we're also seeing that sort of very sad disaster that's going down in Texas, where their infrastructure collapsing, and I don't know. There's always just a lot going on in the world. It's hard to connect all the dots and find causality with all these things, especially in the crypto market. I don't know. What do you think's going through CZ's head right now, Gooding?
He's probably looking at himself and going, is it wise to have a decentralized concept on a centralized architecture? That's what it sounds
Hmm.
like to me. Amazon, having all your network systems on Amazon, it does give it a lot more centralization, doesn't it? And we're seeing that once it goes down, it's like, oh well, whereas if it was decentralized with multiple different nodes on the network, you just wouldn't have that issue. They just wouldn't get rewards for a while. Maybe it'll slow
Hmm.
down, maybe be a little bit less secure, but it'd still be running on a huge decentralized exchange network. But CZ, look, I like the guy. He's never he's not the sort of guy that sort of pretends to be something he's not. He's claimed for decentralized finance, and he's I think he's doing well, to be honest, and I do like his leadership.
Doing very well.
So, um, yeah, that's all I have to really say.
Yeah, at least he's talking a lot more than Vitalik. I feel like Vitalik has absolutely disappeared off the face of the earth, when this is really the time that, with Ethereum passing 2K and just all of this gas craziness going down. Yeah, I feel like he could at least say something. What's going on, Vitalik? What's your deal? Um, but yeah, that's definitely sort of the main drama in most degens mind right now. What's going on with Binance Smart Chain? How do I swap my coins to Binance Smart Chain? Can I just send Ethereum there? How do I set up my wallet on the BSC network? But again, what now that we're seeing this trend like out in the open and everybody's tweeting about it, that's sort of, I'm not saying it's too late, but the chance sort of to get your effortless 30, 40, 50x was a couple weeks ago, when it wasn't being talked about by all the influencers, and now we're discussing it as well. So I just, yeah, a word to any people out there. I mean, we want to bring the news, we want to bring some jokes, but we also want to try to give you non-financial advice. It's not financial advice. I just want to make sure that's clear, guys.
Let's give a bit of a shout out to the team. We've got Wildlife, Mark, got Lara, got Koala, which I think is David in the Telegram, and we got I Will It. It's very very good on you, Dave, for making some sick gains on Nerds. One of the good things about the project, which I didn't realize initially until you put it out to me, was that it is a platform for launching other projects, and
Mm.
that is. That is something we need in this decentralized, scammy sort of space, and we've already seen it with PokerStarter, Trust Swap. We didn't see it quite with Lid. Their their concept tokenomics are a little bit flawed, and maybe they can work on that. But nerds, it's another little hidden gem in there that's really paying off. I've had quite a few members who bought in very early, around the $14-10 mark on nerds, and as avid followers. Um, but yeah,
That's interesting.
here's a sorry is a little hidden gem. Is like, I wonder when the first IDO sort of platform will be available on Binance Smart
Oh,
Chain. So
right. Yeah, because launchpads have been huge for Ethereum in general, and everybody seems to be sort of making a not a scam, but just sort of they want to make a launchpad. I see launchpads popping up all the time, but there definitely are other ones than PokeStarter, and it's true. It is important. It's everybody is worried about getting rugged and trusting, especially an anonymous team or anything. So if they are locking up their tokens, if they're going off a trusted platform, then it is a lot easier to throw your DJ bag in there. Basically, you gotta watch out for that.
what in the Ape Casino?
Throw it in the Ape Casino. But I do want to also push the narrative that just because all of this is going down, just because there is less volume on Uniswap, and people are a little upset with Ethereum. Ethereum is still passing 2K. It is remaining to grow, and on all these projects that have been built on Ethereum, they're not just going to evaporate and quit right away. There's literally billions and billions of dollars invested in all of these thousands of people's time and experiences put into these ERC20 based tokens, and they're not just going to walk away from them. Some of them might be porting to Binance Smart Chain, but I did want to bring this news up. I mean, Sushi Swap is such like it's a perfect crypto story to me. That it was started anonymously, had some scammy problems. The owner exited with millions and millions of dollars, but then it was able to rise from those ashes and become truly like a juggernaut project in the space.
Phoenix.
Yeah, and we love Phoenix stories in crypto land, because that's sort of what it's all about. I think that's that's what got me interested again after many years. It's just it's the community, but it's also this. I don't know. America's in sort of a different space these days, but it's sort of like the old school American dream, where like you too can turn your life around on a dime with the right sort of decisions, and you can make friends and everything, but you could really alter your not just economic state, but your entire being here in the crypto space. And I don't know. I just find it very like inspiring, a lot of the stories that go down. But I just wanted to highlight that Sushi Swap, which again part of the food coin scam. People thought that this thing was going away forever. They have just received the domain of sushi.com. So moving past that sushi.finance or a sushify, I'm not sure what their current domain is. They changed a couple times, but having just a basic .com address for something like this, a decentralized exchange with liquidity pools and mining and all this kind of stuff. It's You could say it's just a name, but I think it really is sort of legitimizing it and opening it up to more people out in the normie world. People will just be trying to order sushi, and then they're going to go to sushi.com and they'll be like, what is going on here? Wait, it says I can get 100% plus APY. Wait a second. Let me look into this a little more. What do you think, Gooding?
No, it is a significant move, because before I got into cryptocurrency, I thought there was literally just .com and that's it. And I thought maybe other countries use different things, and I thought maybe it's uh, a country thing. But the significance of the .com is something you can easily find through Google, right? Everyone searches for .com, and and that's why it's significant. It's throwing sushi in front of the normie's face and saying, "Hey, we're here. No, we don't sell crab balls 3 for $5. However, I do provide an APY of 4,000% on your favorite chat coin. So get in and get it."
And I did want to read this for anybody just listening to the show. The Sushi Swap CTO, when asked about this development, his response was, quote, "Pretty based, IMO." And I agree, it's pretty based. This move right here.
That's pretty good.
Speaking of based, Kiss's Gene Simmons announced on Twitter yesterday that he's buying 300K worth of Cardano. I expect us to just see this every single day now. It's not really anything new. Some major celebrity with insane sort of social reach and also net worth themselves is going to be talking about crypto and picking their favorite coin and telling all of their friends and followers that they are buying a bag. And we're familiar with this from crypto influencers, and we all know from some of our favorite influencers, just them mentioning a coin on a live stream or an episode will pump that coin to insanity mode. We don't even know what's going to happen when the celebrities really start getting in on this. I mean, people love Kiss. Kiss. Yeah, I don't really get the makeup, but people really love Kiss, and a bunch of Kiss fans are going out today and buying some ADA. That's just a fact. I don't know how you could possibly deny it. And I just see this as bullish. What do you think? What do you think, Gooding?
Everyone loves a good celebrity diving in and getting a cheeky moon bag. So yeah, this is excellent, mate. I have no other comments really other than yeah, excellent.
I do want to make fun of Gene Simmons just for a second because of his tweet. Why did I buy Cardano? Well, for one thing, it's affordable to everyone. It's pennies compared to my oldest other holdings like Bitcoin, which is over 50K for a single coin. I do want to sort of encourage you, Gene Simmons, if you're watching the stream, to learn a little bit about market cap and how
Definitely is. He definitely is.
how coins actually work, how this whole game is played. It doesn't actually matter the actual dollar value of a single coin, whether the project is going well or not. I'm sorry, I don't want to make fun of you, Gene Simmons. You're a powerful individual, but this is not an intelligent tweet that you tweeted out here. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, it's maybe you could have worded it a little bit different. Maybe he meant to say Cardano possibly has more upside due to its low market cap. That's probably what he meant.
Probably. Yeah, you can get more of this coin, therefore you should. It's definitely bullish, but yeah, you should be bullish on Cardano for other reasons. So I'm fine with him tweeting this out. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep crashing on here. That's the difficult part about crypto in general is there is so much information. It's always like flying at you from every possible corner, and we are just still sort of unaugmented humans where we do have to suck down this information in an analog way by looking at it on a screen, and you really just can't catch it all, and you have to also come to grips with that you are gonna miss a bunch of crazy gains happening. I mean, just on BSC alone in the last couple of days, millions of X's have been made, and you missed most of them. But you have to be okay with that. And I'm talking to myself as much as I am to you out there on the YouTubes, great listeners. By the way, we do appreciate you. Did you smash the like? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I do want to talk about this. It might have been one of the reasons why we saw Polkadot exploding yesterday. Polkadot testnet achieves first XCMP transaction. I again can't express, just like many of the other news articles today, how insanely bullish this is, how awesome it is to hear this news coming out of Polkadot. Again, with the acronyms and the confusingness of everything, basically all this means is that Polkadot is achieving what it has set out to achieve. And XCMP is nothing more than sort of a cross-chain message where you can send directly without like going back to the parachain, going back to the base node, send a message directly from something like Bitcoin to Ethereum, or any of these other chain networks from Ethereum to Polkadot. I mean, that's sort of a big point of Polkadot in general. But with I never know how to say this. What do you think, guys? Is it Asala or Akala? Is it Akala? All right, I
I
kind of
think
like
the
it.
latter.
Yeah, I kind of like it is a C, Akala, but they did manage. Um, is this the whole article? Did it load? I feel like this article is tripping out. Um, and I always don't want to get too like deep in the weeds with the with this Polkadot talk. It might be something to make like just a dedicated video about parachains and how this whole thing works, because it is very interesting. I don't know if it's going to affect your sick gains knowing these things, but it is interesting nonetheless. But Akala was able to send this cross-chain message. I'm trying to read here. I remember what it was, but yeah, it's with Plasm. So they were able to use this cross-chain messaging system and actually sent the first. It's really sort of like a man on the moon moment for Polkadot, sending the first cross-chain message between these different blockchains, and it is all sort of on the test net. But that is also, I mean, just. Here's the thing, guys, right? BSC already happened. It launched. It exploded. Everybody was so excited. Polkadot has not started yet. And people are like, I don't know. The price is not going 30x every single day. I don't know. I think I'm going to sell my Polkadot. Like, guys, not financial advice, but I wouldn't do that personally. Personally, I would not do that, because this is sort of the early time for Polkadot and everything that's going on with Kusama and all these dudes. And if you think $40 is the top for Polkadot, like, are you crazy, man? Like, it hasn't even started. They haven't even started the test net. Like, we talk about looking at a project's like a timeline to gain, time your gains and everything, but like, this is going to be the coin to rule them all, and you're going to sell it before it's even launched anything. And Kusama is announcing this process of crowd loans, which is a whole nother subject, but that is also extremely bullish for Kusama. And I personally am just realizing how integral both of these coins are going to be, and everybody that's working already on parachains and doing this important research, like testing the XCMP transactions that Asala and Plasm, both of these coins, man, not financial advice, but buy them right now. What do you think, Gooding?
Yeah, mate. I've definitely got my hodl bag, and I got it staking. Dee was looking at it today, and she was sitting there going, "Well, by staking Polkadot right now, I'm earning, it's not a big bag. It's not one of our biggest bags, but she's earning $4 per day just on Polkadot." I'm like, wow, that's all I need is another, you need like $246 per day, and that's an income right there. I don't know. I look forward to, maybe I should get more dot and keep staking it, and then see where it takes me. Maybe I'll go on more vacations.
Yeah, that's sort of what's up. I think it's exciting for anybody that's even just getting into crypto, that you realize, oh well, there's this thing called staking. I can get automatic returns that are higher than almost any sort of savings account. Plus the number will go up on its own. And yeah, sure, in DGen land we see some more insane APYs than 12%, but 12% is still pretty decent. And yeah, I gotta be honest too. I have been staking since I got my dot way back at $5 or so. And it's the same with all these proof of stake coins like Kusama. You can stake them as well, and you are helping the network through the staking. And so you not only get sick gains, additional tokens, but also this feeling that you are helping the network by doing nothing. Like, it's such a win-win-win, triple win. I would say. Yeah, support the Polkadot network and make sick gains at the same time. It may not be as explosive as your BSC bag, but I still think it almost has like it's like a hipster thing to do. Like, you have a moral superiority thing. Like, are you staking dot? No? Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You don't need to.
That's the part we go, what a loser.
Yeah, you can kill the environment. I guess you like killing people. That's chill. I guess I'm not going to be your friend anymore. Anyways, that's that. Yeah, there's always more news. That's the trouble. That's the troubling thing. I do want to here get this out of my way. Get this out of my way. I do want to just real quickly rapid fire here. We've seen so much about stable coins for the dollar. There are excuse me, a ton of different stable coins. USDT has had its troubles recently, but there are a bunch of dollar stable coins. We have now we're seeing the very first algorithmic euro stablecoin that seems to be getting some adoption with Par. And here's sort of an interesting interview with him. I don't actually need to go into the details. He's bullish on his own project, obviously. But I think it is interesting to see these stablecoins expanding to other major markets. And I think it's been a long time coming, honestly, to see a stablecoin on the euro. I just want to blow past that one. I don't think it's that interesting. But I did want to give you some updates here on the SEC case that's going on with XRP. They're just getting sort of wrecked and slowing down in the market. I don't know. I'm not so sure at this point if they're going to turn this around. Although maybe, because this is really shaking a lot of people out, and some people are going to be able to buy back in way cheaper. But they are, which is a little troubling, I think, for XRP people, is that they are amending this lawsuit. They are changing some of the things in the lawsuit and adding some more. It's still in discovery, so we don't know exactly what's going to go on. But it came out in the recent sort of disclosures that they were basically talking about price manipulation directly. They were selling their the coin on the market so they could get in cheaper with their dudes, and they were talking about adjusting. Let's adjust the amount that we're selling. Let's get more and less aggressive with all of this. And I don't know, guys, like the thing that makes me a little worried about all of this is that what XRP is doing here, what they're talking about in these messages, this is literally what every single project does in the Telegram, in the Discord. And probably, if you're on the team, that's something that just teams talk about. How do I save my token? How do I get the price to go up? How do we generate hype about this? And if they get strung up for doing what they did here, it's just sort of the nature of the U.S. Legal system in general. This would set this precedent that they could come after basically everybody in the crypto space, and that would be very troubling. But at the same time, they note this at the end of the article, Biden's administration has taken a lenient course of action, and a lot of Biden appointees are crypto aficionados, especially one on the banking committee is a formal Ripple advisor. So there are sort of competing narratives here, but I'm wondering what's going to happen, because if they really get sort of charged and sued for what they did here, they're coming for us degens, guys. I'm a little worried about it. What do you think, Gooding?
No, I'm not worried, mate. I think I don't really have anything to really say, but I do want to talk about a project that does have a lot of promise. We had one of our members today that sort of come out, and he's shown us little sneak peeks here and there of his project and I might butcher this. It's Bad Days. I forget that. Bad Days. I feel like there's something on the end there, but anyway, it's called Bad Days. It's an NFT project / game and cryptocurrency. We're still waiting for a little more information at this stage, but I have pinned their Telegram in our Telegram. So I'm going to start doing some research. I'm really excited about this, and I will be getting behind it. And because it is, there's some intellectual property licensing for Marvel, I am slightly bullish because I do like my Marvel movies, and I will be taking a very in-depth dive into this project, and I see the collectible value in this. So I'm very excited. I trust the devs. I trust Deadly that's his Telegram handle, and I will be keeping you guys up to date with that. But for now, I think that's 2 gems. I'm looking out for something on the Binance chain that provides an effective launch pad that we can trust for no scams, and another NFT project, and that has some big names attached to it. Stanley, and I highly recommend that you have a look at it with me. You can keep up with my research, and I will be talking a lot more about it. That's all I have to say at the moment.
Bad days. Bad days. That does sound like a fascinating project. I do want to hear more. And I guess I don't know. I don't have the website up for me. I guess you guys are gonna have to come to the Telegram and get more info on this Marvel connected NFT project. I don't know. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Too bad we can't talk about it on the stream here. So I guess you guys will just have to wait. Yeah, I mean that's about all the sort of bullish news that I am thinking about. I do want to just make fun of Peter Schiff for a second because it's just really fun. If you already weren't mad enough at Peter Schiff, I just want to call attention to this tweet. Peter Schiff tweets out, most millionaires and billionaires avoid taxes legally. It's middle-class filers who are the biggest tax evaders. They can't afford high-priced accountants, so they don't report cash income and inflate deductions. These new tools, yeah. It's not the millionaires and billionaires' fault, guys. It's your fault. Stop dodging your taxes because he's a good guy. Also, buy gold. Buy gold, guys. Just buy it. Like, it's a good asset. You should buy gold.
Does anyone want to buy my shiny rocks?
Can you buy my gold? I need you to buy gold. My bags are tipping. I'm Peter Chef and I need my bags for gold. Guys, stop saying gold.
Sorry. We had Peter Schiff on the show just for a millisecond there, but he had to run. He had to run. Yeah, I think that's good about.
We can't provide any compensation for you. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. We do want to wrap this up because your time is as precious as what ours is, and we look forward to catching you tomorrow and keeping you guys up to date with all the latest news. But just a reminder, you need to get in that Telegram, you need to get in our Discord. And you can be a part of the conversation. We're very active, and we love you guys. And make sure we keep giving you reasons to love us.
We love you guys. And somebody was saying it yesterday in the chat. Yeah, I wish I could spend all day in the chat. Honestly, I have life stuff that I have to do. But people come by and they're like, how do I work this Binance Smart Chain? How do I set my wallet up? And we'll help you out with just beginner stuff. And a lot of people have been saying sort of how appreciative they are of the support, that we don't just make fun of them for being noobs. Like, you don't know what a MetaMask is. You don't know what impermanent loss is, you loser. No, we'll link you to a video. We'll help you out with any questions because I think we love helping out ourselves, and we love helping out all levels of sort of crypto traders because we need everybody in on this game. It's not a game. It's not financial advice, and it's real stuff that's happening. But just join us. That's all I gotta say, guys. And we'll catch you on the next one.
See you later. Thank you for bearing with us. I know my audio is a little bit terrible for that today. I do blame the waves crashing in my
Don't
ears.
apologize for balling out of control, Gooding. Sometimes you're balling out of control. You can't hide it.
See you guys.
Later.